I'd like to present to you our project, named Cerealia, and at the same time begin our discussion about blockchain and blockchain role for grain trading. There are two types of people currently mainly who are thinking either that blockchain is a kind of magic which can bring all solutions we need, automatize everything and basically decide on your place, etc. Or others who are saying it's just a hype, there is nothing behind really substantial. On my humble opinion, both are wrong. And basically, it's a great technology for several reasons. It's multifaceted and it's inclusive. It's inclusive as it uses other technologies itself, like, for example, cryptography. So at Cerealia, we decided to go practical and implement already first applications of blockchain for grain trading, which can make an impact already. Maybe it's not mind-blowing yet, but we go in step by step. So before I continue, please recall for a moment how messy, how chaotic physical grain trading market is. Like especially in the emerging markets, you know that only written and signed contracts are legally binding in these countries. Like take Russia, Ukraine. And to get one actually quickly is a tough affair. Despite that, the trade between emerging markets is growing explosively. And for example, these Russian-Turkish grains, especially wheat flow, basically is a great example. So this flow has been formed thanks to big efforts of traders from both countries. And right now, it's basically, this sector is autosufficient. So that's why we chose this flow to do our pilot trade and to basically begin our, let's say, when we go live. So we've done a pilot trade at the end of October, where two most active participants in this Russian wheat to Turkey market basically took place with us. One is Korel, and another one is a big Turkish miller, Kavukçu Ulaş. So what we've done, right? And at the same time, I will explain the first functionalities of our application. So Cerealia, first of all, is a marketplace where buyers and sellers, in this case these two companies, came and posted their bids and offers. Then basically they began negotiating, sending to each other firm electronic bids and offers with, as we put here, clearly defined a time bomb, for example, for 30 minutes, and beyond these 30 minutes it doesn't, it's not valid anymore, of course, and with advanced electronic signatures. Okay, so there is no doubt anymore for how many time, whether it's firm or not. It is firm, it's electronically proven. Then as soon as they agreed on the terms, they basically signed the contract with same advanced electronic signatures. Then Cerealia platform created an execution e-template for them, okay, which is basically meant to streamline execution to send quickly the documents, messages, and basically parties proceeded with all execution on the platform. So all actions, even the intention to trade at the beginning, and every document, draft document, final cargo documents, were recorded on fast public blockchain. On my humble opinion, the blockchain is the tech grain trading has been waiting for. Why? Because of two reasons. First reason is basically blockchain enables to represent real life objects like grains. You take grains digitally, okay? So you basically can create a unique identifier, which is a token, for example, for a parcel of 5,000 tons of wheat, okay? And then you can do a lot of things with this token. Basically, you can sell it, you can post it as a collateral, etc. And another part is payments and cryptocurrency. Okay, so when the payments and cryptocurrencies are used, if you basically plug both this tokenization, these tokens, and payments and cryptocurrency into the smart contract, you can automate actually the grain trading contract. You can automate, and by doing so to enforce the execution and to guarantee delivery versus payment, which will be basically exchange of the token representing goods versus token representing currency. Okay, I was thinking before that maybe it will happen in 10 years or something, but now I think it's coming earlier than most expected. For example, there are a lot of news recently about central bank digital currencies in the making. So, because it's not Bitcoin or other private cryptocurrency that our sector wants to use. They want to use stable currencies. And so that's what's actually coming. For example, you've got Chinese digital yuan, which is apparently already finished. They finished working on it and selected already 5 banks to distribute it into the real life. Then you've got, of course, for example, in Turkey, you've got the president announcing, pushing for basically development of digital lira. Almost all central bank currently is working on their digital currency. And so on the other side, you need also the legislation which basically accepts or confirms that the digital rights like tokens, if you tokenize grains, that they are legally enforceable, right? So right now it's not the case, but the legislation is catching up. In Russia, for example, from the 1st of October, the new law, which is called, by the way, digital rights, puts the digital rights on the equal footing with the other existing rights, okay? And basically it means already recognizable at court. It's true that they are talking more about personal law, not a corporate law, but this is already a great breakthrough. This is good for our business because for me in grain trading, it is long overdue that we bring some certainty, that we automate first partially, then totally the physical grain contracts, that otherwise you are worried, you originate and you are worried, then you sell through a broker, you are not sure you sold or not, because even if you get a confirmation from him, it's not, you don't have a signed contract, etc. But what I want to share with you is that it is possible to automate these contracts. It is possible to create smart contracts with different scenarios, okay? So for example, if the quality is not contractual, then the smart contract will choose a scenario, for example, of a discount, of a price discount to be applied, etc. So it's all more realistic than what we might think.